morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new event on the championship calendar. Welcome to Latvia and the roads, the super fast roads of Liepāja. Latvia becomes the 37th country to host a WRC event, and we are all looking forward to seeing what can be achieved out on the stages this weekend. I'm Bex Williams, ready to talk you through run one of Shakedown. Alongside me is legendary co-driver, 8-time world champ Julian Ingrassia, and these are our championship leaders.
Good morning, everyone, and no time to rest. Here we are in the action immediately, yes.
Straight into it. Julian, welcome along to Latvia. This has been part of the European Championship for many, many years. We've seen what Latvia has delivered, super fast roads, which we're witnessing here. There's no respite out there this weekend.
No, and it's going to be interesting, yes, to compare what was it in the ERC series and what it is now.
Oh, straight away we are wide here with Neuville.
Immediately with Neuville, and we could have said that there is a loose gravel on the top of this surface. It will be an issue for him during the World Rally, because we guess and we can imagine that he will lose a lot of time during the World events. It was a close one.
Let's take a look at it from the outside. Just that back wheel hooking into the ditch, and the entire car almost in that ditch. There's a bit of greenery on the roof, but a heart-stopping moment straight away into this stage.
You were saying straight into the action?
Very much straight into the action. Now, you mentioned that road sweeping is going to be a big issue here. We've already seen how slippy it is first thing this morning. That is going to be a challenge. You've all been voting out there with who you think is going to win. It's an equal split between Tanak and Rovanpera right now. For Thierry Neuville, I think he's already been quoted as saying it's going to be a miracle if he actually gets into podium position because of the road sweeping.
And this is already the end of this stage. It looks for Neuville. We have seen all those balls, anti-cut balls into each corner, and this is something very specific that we will have during the World Rally. We see again,
this moment straight away was 1.2 kilometers in, and one of those poles disappearing there.
And did we see a straw bale on the right side of the road, or on what side?
Your periphery vision is far better than mine.
Okay, so,
so you might have, but I didn't.
Checked.
Now, Paul King is at the stop line for us. This looks interesting, doesn't it? PK will be wondering what's going on here. Let's hear from Neuville.
Morning, Thierry. Looks like you've already been visiting the Latvian forests a bit in there. What's happened?
Yeah, obviously we immediately found where are the limits, so now we know, but yeah, grip is changing quite a lot, and obviously there are some anti-cuts missing, and on other places there are scroll bales added where the road is much more narrow, so it was disturbing.
Generally, though, what can we expect from these stages this weekend?
I don't know, but it's going to be tough for us, that's for sure. We're going to try our best. Like I said, we tried now, we found the limit, so we really need to be careful. In these conditions, the grip is on and off, and it won't be easy.
A few words on front say as well, just give us a general
feel. It won't be easy out there, that is for sure. These are a crew hoping that being second on the road, they'll at least have a little bit of a line maybe from Neuville, but you can already see how difficult it's going to be from the reaction of the car on the Shakedown stage.
Yes, and Neuville is right to mention that you need to push immediately at the first corner to see how works the car, because on these kind of races, Estonia, Poland, here Latvia and Finland later, you need to be flat out on the very first corner. So no time to try to understand how the car works. You need to some discussion inside the car, but we don't hear it.
No.
He was mentioning also that some anti-cuts were missing already. So it means between the Rickies and this actual pass on the Shakedown, it can be an issue, and we see that this is different ones than what we used to have with the concrete blocks, you know.
Yeah. Let's get Elvin's opinion.
Morning, Elvin. Always interesting coming to a new rally. What do you give us a taste of what we can expect out here?
Yeah, obviously pretty fast with a lot of these anti-cutting poles. A lot missing already in Shakedown, so I'm not sure that bodes so well for the rally, but let's see.
Yeah, it sounds like Thierry's already been caught out in there, trip into the bushes. Well, what is it exactly that is different to what you had a look at before?
I think, yeah, the road is obviously made more or less out to these anti-cutting poles, so maybe not so natural, the flow, going between the flows, but it's the same for everyone.
This is something that we will it will be a topic this weekend, because for sure on each corner you have those anti-cut poles, and so if some of them are missing, for sure the lines will be completely different, and we can have those kind of mistakes that have been made with Thierry. And also we were saying that those anti-cuts are not the usual ones. Usually this is a concrete pole base, let's say, with a pole on top of it. Here this is correctly stuck in the ground.
They're easy to remove, as we've just seen with Thierry Neuville.
So it means also that inside the car, the co-drivers will have a lot of work to do this weekend, because they will try to correct on live, let's say, the pace nuts, marking where or not the poles are remaining.
That was then the fastest time through for Tanak.
Not a million miles away from home, Estonia just across the border. Is there any? Not a million miles away from home, Estonia just across the border. But are there any similarities here in Latvia to your stages of your homeland?
I mean, yeah, Estonia, Poland, Latvia, I guess. The Baltics are all the same.
Does that give you any hope for the weekend? Does that help you at all, do you think?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Characteristic is similar. How it will work out, we need to find out.
Well done, thank you.
Yeah, we saw it obviously with an accident at Rally Estonia just a couple of weeks ago. He was part of the national championship there when we were running the ERC event. A big accident, so good to see both of them were okay after it. Good to see both of them back behind the wheel here, and same can be said for Sébastien Ogier as well. I'm really keen to see what Ogier can do out there. I think everyone is keen to see how it's going to fall with these drivers, because there's not a huge amount of experience of Latvian roads with some of our top guys. Some have a lot of experience, some don't. There's a real mixture. But if anyone is going to adapt quick, it's Seb.
Yes, and once he decided to enter this competition, we can imagine that the target is not to finish third or fourth.
No, it's always the top step, isn't it?
Of course, one of the topics was also his health. Let's say after the accident he had in Poland, we know that it has been a bit long for him to recover about his neck stiffness, let's say. But since the last test he did on Sunday afternoon in Finland, everything is going well under control, let's say.
Excellent. Okay, let's switch into the car of Adrien Fourmaux now, who has to be one of the most exciting drivers out there this season. And let's hear from Seb.
Morning, Seb. Great to see you back in action. First of all, just wanted to check how you're feeling physically. How tricky has this build-up been after Poland?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Back to normal, and that's the reason we are back in the car. Otherwise, I will not take any risk. And yeah, very fast. So we have to get back to speed after missing the fast high-speed rally of the season.
How much do you enjoy the challenge of coming to a new place? We don't get to do it so often these days.
Yeah, always. I think it's what rally is. You know, going for new notes and going for it. Not only learning video by heart. So yeah, obviously here the confidence will be important because it's extremely fast.
And a few words.
It is extremely fast, and making sure that the recce has been good is one of the key elements here. And having the confidence to be able to push on these super fast roads, another big element. And we've seen that with Adrien Fourmaux. He's a gutsy driver. You know, he will take that extra, push it as far as he can within his own limits. I really enjoyed watching him compete out there this weekend. I think he's won, not this weekend, this year. I think he's won a new army of fans with his, not just with his driving, but with his character as well, which has really come into play. Right, now we do have within this stage the virtual chicane. Now, many of you already know about this. We've seen some chat on social media. It is a test of the virtual chicane, which we've actually seen in operation at ERC Rome last year. So normally there would be a 200-meter stretch. I believe it's only 100 meters within this stage, where the drivers have to slow down to 60 kilometers per hour. And they're alerted via their SAS tracking system within the car. When it's approaching, they'll see signs on the road, and it will alert them as to when they've hit that 60-kilometer marker, and they can accelerate again. So they have to decelerate, brake to reach 60, then accelerate again. And we can see on board, or you'll see throughout the weekend, we'll highlight it.
And this is probably why we see that Adrien is 7 seconds behind the top time,
yes.
I guess.
Morning, Adrien. It's going to be an exciting rally, more quick stages. How confident are you of doing well this weekend after your performance in Poland?
Well, we're going to try to do our best and replicate another podium, that's for sure. I think everybody wants to get the podium anyway. It's a brand new rally for most of the drivers, so it's going to be interesting. But there was a lot of wooden poles during the wiki, and now I can see that there was already some missing, so it's not so nice, but we'll do with it.
How's the feeling with the car here in Shakedown? Still feeling good in here?
Well, the feeling is all right. We just need to get back to the speed after the wiki, but it's going to be okay.
So you can see on the time, as Julien mentioned, it's a 1:44. That time loss coming in because he has tested out the virtual chicane. It's not compulsory for the drivers to do it. It is up to them whether they test out that feature this weekend or not. It's only on the Shakedown stage, but it will be introduced onto WRC events.
And in Rally Finland, we will have a mandatory test
yes.
During the Shakedown. We know that in Rally Red, we have this kind of virtual, not chicanes, but some speed limit zones. This is more or less the same principle. But here we can witness some different kind of strategies. Because within those 100 meters or 200 meters, you need to reach, like you said, this speed limit. But you can do it at the end of this distance, at the beginning.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to follow.
Let's hear from our reigning WRC champion now, Kalle Rovanpera, who learnt his trade.
Morning, Kalle. These Latvian stages from a few years back, how important will that experience be, do you think, this weekend? Or are all the stages totally different from what you remember?
Yeah, it has been 8 years or something since I was here last time, so I don't remember anything, to be honest. For sure, it's nice to be back in Latvia. Feels a bit like coming to a familiar and home event, so that's cool. But yeah, for sure, I don't remember anything, so it's not gonna be helping me from that time. But yeah, we prepared like to any new rally we go.
I was going to say, does it feel nicer having prepared for a rally properly after your experience in Poland? Not that you needed it, of course, last time.
Yeah, for sure, it's a bit more nice. It's not so hectic all the time, so yeah, for sure it has been a bit more enjoyable.
I get a few words in Finnish.
8 years ago, how old he was.
Yeah, I know, it's shocking, isn't it? I mean, there's quite a number of drivers who have come to Latvia because you can drive on these roads here at an earlier age at 16. So, you know, we've had a number of British drivers who come and have Latvian licenses to be able to start to rally. We saw a good representation of that virtual chicane there as well from Takamoto Katsuta as he came over the jump. What has Takamoto Katsuta got to do out there this weekend, Julien?
Difficult to say. New pace nuts, good position on the roads for sure compared to the first one.
That's a strong point.
Yeah. That's a strong point. We know that he's already determined to reach some podiums. He's missing that definitely. He had some good years, and now he's a bit on I wouldn't say on the bottom of the way, but he's searching for more confidence and more stability in his performances. You were mentioning that this is new pace nut for everyone, or almost everyone.
Taka, welcome to Latvia. Well, how much are you looking forward to this weekend ahead? It's some pretty special stages out here, it seems.
Yeah, going to be pretty fast stages, so need to be very committed on that race pace now. Will be a big challenge for most of the drivers, so yeah, I try to enjoy and push as much as I can.
How's the feeling in the team this weekend? Must feel fun having all 4 drivers. A busy weekend for everybody, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a big challenge. Like I said, it's most of the stage new for everybody. So yeah, will be many drama can happen, but still stay focused, pace note, and pushing.
Yeah, we were speaking about the pace notes, and except probably Sunday, that will be a bit more technical from what I heard from the crews. During the 2-3 first days of the rally, we will have those very fast stages, and the angle of the corners will be quite open, let's say, wide. So this is where this is really difficult as a rally crew to take the pace note, because it will be the difference between a corner that you take in 5th gear minus, 4th gear plus, you know, and when you are driving 60 or 70 kilometers per hour during the recce's, this is very difficult to imagine how fast you will arrive on those places, and this is where you can make the difference at the same time. So
now, Esapekka Lappi has a win under his belt in ERC level in Latvia. But how much does he feel that will be any kind of advantage this weekend? I'm sure he will brush it off and say, no, it's not going to be any kind of advantage. Here we go with Gregoire Munster and Louis Luca. A man who does have also experience here at ERC level in Latvia.
Esapekka Lappi, welcome back to the WRC. Feels like it's been a while. First of all, how good does it feel to get back behind the wheel?
Yeah, it's cool, very cool. And such a event like this, when it's really fast and very flat, shouldn't be no grass, so rallying should be like this always.
There's only a few of you that have experience of the roads here in Latvia. Do you think that might make any difference at all over the next few days?
I don't think so. I mean, for me, it's 10 years that I was here, and it was winter. For Kalle, it's been 7 years. Okay, he understands, what these are, but he was so young that he cannot remember.
What can we expect from you this weekend? Obviously, you've already been back to winning ways in Sweden. What can we expect this weekend?
Well, let's try to enjoy, have some nice stage and comments, and then see where we end up on Sunday.
Yes, Esapekka Lappi. That is the kind of attitude we want to hear. It is a joy to have him part of the championship. He's got a huge amount of energy. We love his comments at stage ends. And of course, more importantly, his driving. But it's refreshing always to have him back as part of the championship.
all the rallies should be like this.
Yeah, all the rallies should be like this. It's the blueprint for all of them in Esapekka's mind.
And so I was asking the crews about those anti-cut poles, because it looks a bit weak or easy to push or to remove.
Yes.
But into the ground, try to understand what they were saying. Into the ground, you have twice the length, so you cannot touch it. Otherwise, you're gonna damage a lot your front bumper or even your wheel.
For Martin Sesks and for Renault's Francis, this is a very special event. We'll talk about it in a moment. Let's hear from Gregoire Munster.
Morning, Greg. Another super fast rally here in Latvia. How's the feeling out here in Shakedown?
It's a bit difficult to know, because I think the spectators took some balls out near the end of the stage. Also, when Cherry's gone off, the ball is gone, so there was a couple of corners where we could have been much faster. Also, the grip is quite high, so yeah, just not fast enough.
Give us a sense, though, what the stages are like generally over the next 3 days. Are you going to feel that confidence return after Poland again?
Yeah, the thing here is with the ball, you really need to be careful not to touch one, so it's not so natural, not such a natural flow. So let's see, try to have a good feeling with the car, to have perfect line.
So, for Martin Sesks, a brilliant performance in Poland, which I think many people were taken aback by. He didn't have the hybrid unit in the car there. He does now. It's his home event. He's won it twice in ERC, and the first time he won his home event, he won every single stage in the European Championship. Massively impressive. But what's important is the family history behind this. His dad, his grandfather with this rally. So this is something special for him to see the WRC come to Latvia, come to Liepāja, and for him to be competing at the absolute top level. It's a big weekend. We spoke with him yesterday, and he is so up for the challenge of it all, and he's enjoying every moment, and we hope that continues on. Sami Paaju in, Eli Malkinen now in WRC 2.
Martins. How are we feeling? Give us a sense how excited Martin Sesks is about the next few days ahead.
It will be fantastic, of course, and yeah, just safely through. Everything's fine. So.
Obviously, first time this weekend, you're now getting to have the Puma with hybrid. How much of a difference is that feeling, and how important do you think that might be over the next weekend?
We still need to understand how it works, so yeah, I think it will be a challenge for us, definitely.
We're looking forward to seeing what he can do out there. He was mightily impressive in Poland. Now, WRC2 standings just on the screen for you. Sami Paaju is in second right now. He's had 2 back-to-back wins in Italy and in Poland. He'll be going for 3 in a row. He also had a bit of a crack at the virtual chicane. He used that, we can see from the footage as we were listening to Martin Sesks there. Sami's had a really good run of events. He should be high in confidence coming here to Latvia.
Yeah, and we know that the Toyota is quite fast also on those fast roads. It the targets for the other competitors, let's say, to beat the Toyota on those roads.
So the time with the use of the virtual chicane as well for Sami Paaju is a 1:50.4.
Yeah, we have seen that this virtual chicane is on a straight line, so for sure you lose a lot of time when you need to reach 60 kilometers per hour.
60,
because
yeah,
I
60
think the other cars are something like 170 or 180 even kilometers per hour.
Oliver Solberg now, another man who has strong affinity with Latvia. Former winner of this event.
Sami, proven again your pace last time out in Poland. What can we expect from you here in Latvia? Similar stages or not?
Yeah, they are quite similar. And yeah, the car is feeling really nice. And yeah, I hope I can also enjoy the stages in here. So I think everything should be really, really good. It was just quite sleepy here on the Shakedown, but yeah, the rally is really long and I'm just really looking forward to it, so it should be fine.
A few of the guys have got a bit of experience here in Latvia, like Oliver and people. Do you think that might make a difference on these roads?
It can make some difference, yeah, but I have also a little experience and some idea of how to drive on the Baltic stages, so it should not be so big difference.
Yeah, that is good to hear from Sami Paaju. He doesn't feel it is going to make too much of a difference. And yes, he does have, you know, experience on Latvian stages. It's all very close in the WRC2 Championship right now. Rossell's still at the top of the table with 71 points. Paaju and Solberg in second and third, respectively. And Paju's on 68, Oliver on 61. Now that time representative, obviously, to Sami, but without the use of the virtual chicane.
Yes, and it's also a bit funny. You can, I would say, the other drivers will not know exactly how they stand compared to the pace of Paaju, because he did use the virtual chicane. And this is a bit of a game also. You know, you don't show your real pace immediately at the first pass and stuff like this.
Let's cross out there to hear from Oliver Solberg.
Morning, Oliver. Welcome back to Latvia. I know you've been here before, won here before, I think, as well. How exciting are these stages out here? Give us a sense.
It's great to be here. You know, it's my second home of rallying. You know, so it's a nice feeling to go back to such a place where I have great memories from the past. So we'll see. It's a long time ago I was here now. So, but I'll give everything I have to try to win this weekend, and I need it. So yeah, we'll give it everything.
How is that feeling when you're fighting at the front now, WRC2? That guy just ahead of you, Sami Paire, he's starting to set a bit of an interesting benchmark, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure. It's a proper fight, you know. It's nice. It's a lot of different competition, different cars. You know, everyone is fighting hard to win. So, but we need to fight harder, and we will push harder, and we'll see how it goes.
With Adrien here, we can witness that this is not the same co-driver as usually with Konstantin.
That's right.
And I met him in the service park this morning very briefly, and he just explained me that due to the nationality of Konstantin, he cannot co-drive here this weekend. This is why we have someone else on his right side.
We did see him at Rally Estonia, so they did an event together in ERC to get used to each other. He was certainly reading the pace notes in Estonia, and he is here with an iPad rather than a notebook.
I know only one other co-driver, WRC, time to time. This is the one, Yannick Roche, co-driver of Siama, that is using this technology also.
Gus Greensmith, Jonas Anderson now. He was keen to put Rally Poland behind him. Wasn't the pace we normally see from Gus there. It didn't go his way. Let's hope it changes here in Latvia.
Morning, Nikolai. Another new rally here in Latvia. I think you were a bit frustrated at times in Poland. How's the feeling now here in Shakedown?
I think it's okay. I mean, I feel the car quite fine. Just need to find the grip during event. This is the only way. From the feeling from the car is nice.
Well done.
What could be interesting during this rally is we will have many stages that we will do only one time. You know, we used to have a very a loop in the morning, a loop in the afternoon that is similar. But this weekend we will have, let's say, nine stages that we will do only one time on the Friday and the Saturday. So it means that the pace note will have to be very accurate for sure, but also that's the first on the road will suffer a lot of the sweeping.
Thierry Neuville would love you for reminding everybody about that.
I think, he knows it better than me for sure.
Yeah, but it is a unique factor, and it's, you know, like you say, normally we're used to loops repeating, but there's a lot of new stages to be swept this weekend. For Gus Greensmith, it's his first time experiencing the roads here at Rally Latvia. And we'll get his full version on what he hopes is going to be the result out there this weekend as we head now to the car of Josh McErlean and James Fulton.
Morning, Gus. I know you're a pretty frustrated man in Poland. It's another super fast rally here in Latvia. What can we expect from you this weekend?
Well, we're not scoring points, so just to get back into the rhythm of things. No testing, so just use Shakedown as a bit of a kind of just get into it, check the car, but yeah, just have some fun, and stages look okay, so we'll see how it goes.
Now you've had a couple of weeks to kind of evaluate things. Have you got a sense, you and the team, what was going wrong in Poland?
I think we had a lot of things, so what was going wrong in Poland, so hopefully it'll be better this weekend.
Well, Gus, thank you.
Yeah, let's hope that's a goal. Oh, just a little bit of a moment there for Josh McErlean. I think there's going to be a lot of gasps this weekend because everything is happening at such pace.
Yeah, look, fifth gear all the time, and immediately when you put the rear wheels out of the lane. For sure, you're on this small gravel, white gravel, and you lose the rear of the car, and you need to be very reactive on the wheel, on the steering wheel, to compensate and catch back the move of the car. We see it again.
Let's just take a little look at this.
Is it Neuville corner?
No, I think it's a little bit later on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Neuville's corner was pretty much immediately. Oh, yeah.
And you see
just
it was a
really stepping out there.
Right corner into left one, so the balance of the car, the weight transfer makes this this big move, let's say. Missing Zaldivar.
Josh, another lively rally, let's call it, here in Latvia. How was Shakedown? I heard you might have had a bit of a couple of wild moments in there, no?
No, it was pretty okay. It's good to get back into it, obviously, after Poland, but yeah, it's going to be another high-speed weekend with big commitment, but we're really looking forward to it.
There's a couple of you got a bit of experience here, and I think you've been here once before, finished fourth. How much can that help you, do you think, just to have a lay of the land idea?
Yeah, it's good, but obviously we're in WRC, everyone's at the top of the game, and yeah, everyone commits to their pace notes, so I don't think it's a big advantage.
Good luck for the week. Thanks.
Yeah, I think everyone is going to pretty much say that who's been here before. He does have experience in the ERC from last year, and that was our last car through run one of Shakedown. So let's take a look at that stage classification, taking into account that some of these drivers use the virtual chicane, so some of the times will be slower. Oitanak with a 136.6, then Lappi was 6/10 behind, then Neuville and Auger on the same time, then Rovanpera, Katsuta, Evans, Sesks, Munster, Solberg, Greensmith, McErlean, Fourmaux took use of that virtual chicane within the stage, then Greisen and Pyrie. And that's the way it stands after Shakedown. Let's head into the service park now then and catch up with Kiri.
Well, a very good morning to you from the service park. Thierry coming back already just from the first run of Shakedown after a bit of excitement out there, as he said to Paul King at the end of the stage, at finding the limits. Well, welcome to a new rally here in Latvia. And it is set to be a very exciting weekend ahead. Well, as Thierry came into the first run of Shakedown, I mentioned, he told PK that it was finding the limits. Here's just a bit of excitement for us early on a Thursday morning here in Latvia. Just going a little bit wide, nothing to worry about though. All in hand as he finished up Shakedown on that first run through at third fastest. So not too much time lost and not too much deterred from there, but just giving you an idea of how wild it's going to be on those gravel highways out there. So a new rally for many of our drivers. Plenty of work going into those pace notes. And it's going to be plenty of excitement. This is Thierry just talking to Cyril, just probably having a chat about what happened. There was a few bits just hanging off the bottom of the car. Like we said, nothing too dramatic, but just explaining away what happened out there on those cold tyres this morning. I'm sure they'll head out for another run of Shakedown. They've got a couple more to go. And remembering that they will experience that first on-the-road situation for all of Friday, at least, as they are still leading our championship by 15 points over Elfyn Evans. Although Elfyn Evans outscored him on the last two rounds, he still maintains that lead in the championship. Well, like I said, a very busy weekend ahead. Plenty of new stages for drivers and us as well. So Thursday, we've got a super special in Riga. It's 11K super special at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll carry on that coverage all the way through till 10 o'clock. So you'll see all of our fields tonight. 9:15 to 6:30 is stages 2 to 8. That's Friday. Saturday is 8:15 to 9:30, stages 9 to 16. Big days. Another super special on Saturday, and then on Sunday it's 4 stages. Repeat in the morning of the afternoon, and it is the Wolf Power stage, and of course all of those super Sunday points as well to consider. Well, that action, as you saw, starting this evening, so make sure you join us for all of that coverage. Until then, we'll see you there.